You might think that after 60, cheese is a food to avoid, a guaranteed diet wrecker. But what if I told you that avoiding the right kind of cheese could be the very reason your muscles feel weaker and your energy is fading? It seems like sound advice, right? We've always been told it's full of fat, but the truth is, certain cheeses are loaded with the high-quality protein your body needs to fight muscle loss, while others are processed junk. In this video, I'll reveal the 4 best cheeses that can help you rebuild strong muscle, and the 4 you must avoid. And the number 1 cheese on our list doesn't just build muscle, it also contains a secret nutrient that protects your bones and heart. So stay with me until the very end, because the difference could begin tonight. And before we dive in, if you're ready to reclaim your strength, please smash that like button right now. It truly helps our message reach more wonderful people. Also subscribe so you don't miss our vital health tips, and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. I love connecting with our global family. So the problem isn't cheese itself, it's about choosing the right cheese. Let's break down the 4 best cheeses to put on your shopping list, and then the 4 you should leave on the shelf. We'll go from a fantastic option to the absolute most powerful and effective one at the end. Cheese number 4, cottage cheese, your protein powerhouse. We're starting with a humble classic for a very strategic reason. While many people think of cottage cheese as a simple, bland diet food from the 70s, it's actually a heavyweight champion when it comes to fighting sarcopenia. This is the perfect choice for those who need a massive, direct hit of high-quality protein without an excess of fat or calories. It's pure, efficient fuel for your muscles. The secret to its power lies in its unique dual protein composition. About 80% of the protein in cottage cheese is casein. So how does that work? Casein is a slow-digesting protein. When it hits your stomach, it forms a gel-like substance, which means its amino acids are released into your system gradually over a period of several hours. And what does that do? It provides a sustained supply of muscle-building blocks, which is absolutely crucial for preventing muscle breakdown, a process called catabolism. Think of it as a time-release capsule of strength for your body, working in the background to protect the muscle you have. This makes it an ideal snack before bed, as it can help your body stay in an anabolic or muscle-building state overnight. The other 20% is whey protein, which is fast-acting. This component makes cottage cheese great for a quick post-activity recovery boost, delivering amino acids to your muscles right when they need them. But the most important component in both of these proteins is an amino acid called leucine. Leucine is the undisputed king of muscle building. It acts as the master switch for a process called muscle protein synthesis. It's the spark plug that ignites the entire engine of muscle growth and repair. Cottage cheese is loaded with it. Without enough leucine, your body simply can't efficiently use the protein you eat to build muscle, no matter how much you consume. And this isn't just theory. A 2018 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition had participants consume casein protein before sleep. The results were clear. The group that consumed casein showed a significant increase in muscle protein synthesis rates overnight compared to the placebo group. It demonstrated that having this slow-release protein before bed can directly help your body repair and build muscle while you rest. Another review from the journal Nutrients highlighted that a higher protein intake, especially from sources rich in leucine like cottage cheese, is directly correlated with greater muscle mass and strength in older adults. So, how should you use it? A single cup of low-fat, 2% cottage cheese can pack a staggering 28 grams of protein. That's more than a 4-ounce chicken breast. For the best results, aim for a serving of about 1 cup. And it doesn't have to be boring. For a savory power bowl, mix it with chives, black pepper, sliced cherry tomatoes, and a drizzle of olive oil. For a sweet, dessert-like option that feels indulgent, mix in a handful of antioxidant-rich berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a few chopped walnuts for healthy fats and crunch. You can even use it as a base for a healthy dip with herbs and spices for your vegetables. Now I'm curious, how do you like your cottage cheese? Let me know in the comments if you prefer it sweet or savory, and share your favorite mix-ins. Cheese number 3. Ricotta cheese, your muscle repair specialist. While cottage cheese is the king of slow-release protein for muscle preservation, ricotta cheese shines as a specialist in rapid muscle repair and recovery. This makes it an excellent choice for after any kind of physical activity, whether it's a brisk walk, a few hours of gardening, or a structured workout session. It's the perfect food to replenish your body. The magic of ricotta comes from its primary protein source, whey. Traditionally, ricotta is made from the whey left over from making other hard cheeses like mozzarella or provolone. This whey, once considered a waste product, is now recognized as a nutritional goldmine. So how does whey work differently from casein? Whey is a very fast digesting protein. This means its amino acids, including a high concentration of that all-important leucine, are absorbed into the bloodstream and delivered to your muscles very quickly. And what does that do? It kickstarts the muscle repair and rebuilding process almost immediately after you eat it. If casein is the slow-burning log for the fire, whey is the kindling that gets it roaring right away. This is exactly what your muscles need to recover from the minor tears and stresses of daily activity, reducing soreness and speeding up regeneration. Furthermore, whole milk ricotta offers more than just protein. It's a good source of selenium, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your muscle cells from oxidative stress and damage caused by exercise and the aging process itself. It also provides phosphorus, which plays a key role in how your body produces and uses energy, as well as being a building block for strong bones. Compared to many other cheeses, ricotta is also relatively lower in sodium, which is a crucial consideration for maintaining healthy blood pressure. The science on whey protein is robust. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition examined data from dozens of studies. The review concluded that whey protein supplementation, when combined with physical activity, is highly effective at increasing muscle mass and strength across all age groups, including older adults. While eating ricotta isn't the same as drinking a concentrated whey shake, it provides the same high-quality, fast-acting protein in a delicious whole food form, complete with other beneficial nutrients. So, how can you incorporate it? Aim for a serving of about half a cup of whole milk ricotta for the best nutrient profile. Of course, it's a star in Italian dishes like lasagna or stuffed shells, but think beyond that. For a fantastic breakfast, spread it on a slice of whole grain toast and top with sliced figs, a drizzle of honey, and some chopped pistachios. Or, for a simple and elegant dessert, whip it with a little vanilla extract and lemon zest and top with fresh berries. You can even stir a few spoonfuls into a tomato sauce to make it creamy and add a protein boost to your pasta dish. Cheese number 2, Parmigiano Reggiano, the nutrient-dense king. Now we move into the world of aged, hard cheeses, and we're starting with the undisputed king of Italian cheese. This isn't just about protein anymore, this is about nutrient density and bioavailability. Parmigiano Reggiano is for those who need a concentrated source of protein, bone-building calcium, and incredible flavor, all with virtually zero lactose, making it a friend to even sensitive stomachs. Its incredible power comes from its protected production process and long aging period. Real Parmigiano Reggiano has a protected designation of origin, PDO status, meaning it can only be made in a specific region of Italy using traditional methods. It's aged for a minimum of 12 months and often up to 36 months or more. So what does this intensive aging process do? Two magical things happen. First, the beneficial bacteria consume all the lactose in the milk, converting it into lactic acid. This means that even people with significant lactose intolerance can typically enjoy it without any digestive issues. Second, the aging process allows moisture to evaporate, which concentrates the protein and nutrients dramatically. It's like taking a whole gallon of premium milk and condensing its nutritional power into a small, crystalline, delicious block. Let's talk numbers. A single 1-ounce serving of Parmesan contains around 10 grams of high-quality protein and a massive 330 milligrams of calcium, which is over 30% of your daily recommended intake. Calcium and protein work as a team for skeletal health. You need protein to build the flexible collagen framework of your bones, the rebar, and you need calcium to make that framework strong and dense, the concrete. Supporting your muscles is great, but if your bones are weak, you're still at a high risk of debilitating fractures. Parmigiano Reggiano tackles both sarcopenia and osteoporosis simultaneously. The proof is in decades of bone health research. A landmark study in the journal Osteoporosis International followed thousands of older adults and found a clear, direct link between higher dietary intake of calcium and protein and a reduced risk of hip fractures. The study emphasized that consuming these nutrients from dairy sources like cheese was particularly effective for maintaining bone mineral density. Parmigiano Reggiano is a perfect, real-world example of this powerful nutritional synergy. So how do you use this king of cheeses? The key is to buy the real thing. Look for a block with Parmigiano Reggiano stamped on the rind. Avoid the pre-grated versions in tubs. A little of this cheese goes a long way due to its rich, complex flavor. A 1 to 2 ounce serving is plenty. Don't just save it for pasta. Grate it into soups like minestrone to add a savory depth. Shave it onto a salad for a powerful protein and calcium boost. Or, my favorite way, simply enjoy a small chunk as a deeply satisfying snack with a few walnuts or a crisp slice of pear. Is real Parmigiano Reggiano a staple in your kitchen? Let me know how you prefer to use it in your daily meals. Cheese number 1, Gruyere, the ultimate muscle and bone builder. We've arrived at our number 1 spot, and it goes to the incredible, nutty, and complex Gruyere cheese from Switzerland. If cottage cheese is your protein specialist and Parmesan is your nutrient-dense king, Gruyere is the ultimate all-in-one solution. It combines the best of all worlds, high protein, high calcium, and adds a unique critical benefit that the others don't have, which I hinted at in the beginning. What makes Gruyere so special? First, its nutritional profile is simply astounding. It has one of the highest protein concentrations of any common cheese, packing over 8 grams of protein per ounce. It's also incredibly rich in calcium, rivaling Parmesan. But here is the secret weapon, the mega hook. Gruyere is one of the best natural food sources of a fat-soluble nutrient called vitamin K2, specifically in its MK4 form. So, how does vitamin K2 work? This is critical. Think of calcium as a delivery truck full of building materials. Vitamin K2 is the GPS system and the traffic cop. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but without K2, your body doesn't know where to send it. What does K2 do? It activates 2 key proteins. First, it activates osteocalcin, which tells the calcium to bind to your bone matrix, making your skeleton stronger. Second, and perhaps more importantly, it activates a protein called matrix GLA protein, MGP, which actively prevents calcium from being deposited in your arteries and soft tissues. This is a game changer. Arterial calcification leads to stiffening of the arteries and is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. So this cheese doesn't just build you up, it protects you from the inside out. The synergistic effect, protein for muscle, calcium for bone structure, and K2 for proper calcium placement, makes Gruyere a true superfood for anyone over 60. This isn't just a nice idea, it's backed by serious large-scale human science. The famous Rotterdam study, a massive observational study published in the Journal of Nutrition, followed over 4,800 adults for 10 years. It found that those with the highest intake of vitamin K2 in their diet were 57% less likely to die from heart disease and had significantly less calcification in their arteries. Another study, the Prospect EPIC study, confirmed these findings, showing a direct correlation between high K2 intake and reduced vascular calcification. Aged cheeses like Gruyere were a primary source of K2 for these participants. How do you enjoy this amazing cheese? A 1-ounce serving is a perfect portion. Gruyère's wonderful nutty, slightly sweet flavor and fantastic melting properties make it incredibly versatile. It's the star in a classic French onion soup or a croque monsieur sandwich. It's fantastic in a potato gratin, providing a creamy texture and savory crust, melted over a baked potato or steamed cauliflower for a truly decadent and healthy side dish. Or, just like Parmesan, enjoy a small piece on its own. It's a culinary and nutritional masterpiece. Now that you know its secret heart protective power, what's the first dish you'd want to try with Gruyere? Let me know in the comments. Alright, we have stocked our kitchen with the 4 muscle-building heroes, but true knowledge is a two-sided coin. To fully protect your health, it's just as important to know what to avoid. So now let's turn our attention to the 4 cheese imposters that you should never touch. Cheese to avoid number 4. processed American cheese slices. Let's be very clear from the start. This product is not cheese in the traditional sense. Legally, it's often defined as pasteurized processed cheese food or cheese product. This means it's required to contain as little as 51% actual cheese. The other 49% is a cocktail of water, milk protein concentrates, emulsifying salts, food coloring, and often vegetable oils like canola or soy oil. The biggest problem lies with the additives, specifically the emulsifying salts like sodium phosphate and potassium phosphate. So why is that so bad? Your body needs phosphorus, but the inorganic phosphate additives used in processed foods are absorbed far more easily and rapidly than the natural phosphorus found in whole foods. What this does is flood your system and disrupt your body's delicate mineral balance. Peer-reviewed studies, like those published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, have linked high dietary phosphate intake from additives to serious health problems, including accelerated kidney disease, vascular calcification, the hardening of your arteries, and even decreased bone density, the exact opposite of what we're trying to achieve. You are literally eating something that can actively weaken your bones while you think you're getting dairy. Cheese to avoid number 3. Cheese in a can or squeezable cheese. If American cheese slices are bad, this is their even more nefarious cousin from the mad science lab. This is a cheese product that prioritizes extreme shelf life, artificial texture, and novelty over any semblance of nutrition. Just take a moment to read the ingredient list on a can of spray cheese. It's a long, sad list of whey protein concentrate, canola oil, milk protein concentrate, sodium citrate, sodium phosphate, sorbic acid, artificial colors like apocarotinol, and a host of other unpronounceable chemicals. The protein content is minimal, while the sodium and unhealthy inflammatory fat content are sky high. You are getting virtually none of the benefits of real fermented cheese and a whole host of artificial ingredients that put a strain on your liver and gut. It's a hyperpalatable, ultra-processed food that has no place in a diet focused on building strength and health. There is absolutely no redeeming quality here. It's a science experiment, not food. Cheese to avoid number 2. Full-fat cream cheese. Now, this one might surprise some people because cream cheese is a breakfast staple, but it's on this list not because it's toxic like the previous two, but because of its abysmal nutritional trade-off, especially for our specific goal of fighting sarcopenia. It's an imposter hiding in plain sight. The core issue is its fat-to-protein ratio. Let's break it down. A single ounce of typical full-fat cream cheese contains about 10 grams of fat, mostly saturated, but only about 2 grams of protein. That's a 5-to-1 ratio of fat to protein. Now compare that to our number 1 cheese, Gruyere, which has about 9 grams of fat and over 8 grams of protein per ounce, nearly a 1-to-1 ratio. When your goal is to get the most muscle-building protein for your caloric budget, cream cheese is one of the worst investments you can make. You fill up on fat and calories while getting a trivial amount of the protein your muscles are craving. There are far better, more efficient choices available to spread on your toast, like ricotta or even mashed avocado. Cheese to avoid. Number 1, pre-shredded bagged cheeses. This is arguably the most deceptive villain on our list because it looks like real cheese. It's sold as shredded cheddar, mozzarella, or Mexican blends. But the convenience of not having to grate your own cheese comes at a hidden cost to your health and your wallet. To prevent the shreds from clumping together into a single brick in the bag, manufacturers coat the cheese with anti-caking agents and mold inhibitors. What are these agents? The most common ones are cellulose powder and potato starch. Cellulose is, to put it bluntly, refined wood pulp. While the FDA considers it safe in small amounts, you are paying cheese prices for a non-nutritive filler. You are literally eating sawdust. These starches and powders also mean you're getting less actual cheese per ounce. The other common additive is natamycin, a mold inhibitor that works like a fungicide. While it prevents spoilage, many health-conscious individuals prefer to avoid unnecessary preservatives when possible. These additives also ruin the cheese's performance, affecting how it melts and often giving it a powdery or gritty texture in sauces. By simply buying a block of real cheese and grating it yourself, which takes about 30 seconds, you avoid these fillers, get a purer product, save money, and get a much better taste and texture. So, now you know the heroes to look for and the villains to avoid, but I know what you might be thinking. How can I eat these good cheeses without gaining weight or worrying about fat and sodium? That's a fantastic question. It's not just about what you eat, but how you eat it. Let's cover the 5 golden rules to enjoy cheese the right way. Rule number 1, portion control. This is non-negotiable. A proper serving size of hard cheese is about 1 to 1.5 ounces. Visually, that's about the size of your thumb or a pair of dice. For softer cheeses like cottage cheese or ricotta, it's about half a cup to a full cup. Stick to these portions. Rule number 2, timing is everything. For a protein boost after activity, have your whey-rich ricotta within an hour or so. For a snack to prevent overnight muscle breakdown, a small portion of slow-digesting cottage cheese an hour before bed can be perfect. Avoid eating large amounts of any cheese right before you lie down to prevent acid reflux. Rule number 3, be smart with pairings. What you eat with the cheese matters immensely. Pair your cheese with fiber-rich foods like apples, pears, celery sticks, or whole grain crackers. The fiber will aid digestion and improve satiety. Avoid pairing it with refined white crackers, processed meats, and sugary jams, as this will just create a calorie bomb that negates the health benefits. Rule number 4, pick your players wisely. As we've discussed, not all cheese is created equal. Stick to the nutrient-dense heroes: cottage cheese, ricotta, Parmigiano Reggiano, and Gruyere. If you have lactose issues, remember that hard-aged cheeses are your best friends as they are virtually lactose-free. Rule number 5, read the label. This is your best defense. Ignore the marketing on the front. Turn the package over. Look for a short ingredient list. For a cheese like Gruyere, it should just be milk, salt, cheese cultures, and enzymes. If you see a long list of chemicals, phosphates, or anti-caking agents, put it back on the shelf. So, my friends, today we talked about more than just cheese. We talked about how to use small, wise dietary choices to reclaim the strength, mobility, and vitality that you truly deserve. This isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. It's about knowing that the right foods are powerful tools to help you build a stronger, more resilient body at any age. I'm not asking you to change your whole life overnight. Just pick the one cheese from our best of list that resonated with you the most. Maybe it's the simple, protein-packed power of cottage cheese, or the rich, complex, bone-building benefits of Gruyere. Just pick one and try incorporating it into your meals for the next week. Pay attention to your energy levels and how you feel. It's about taking one small, delicious step. Which cheese will you try first? Let me know your choice in the comments. And if this video gave you a sense of hope and empowerment, just type the word strength. And of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so we can continue this health journey together. Take care, stay strong, and enjoy every bite. I'll see you in the next video.